Welcome to the Troll Patrol Live. Hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. Kicking it off, this is my first chance actually getting to look at the news today. I actually just saw something that I thought was interesting. We're going to have to find it on Newsweek here. That's where I was at. They just dropped the story. Today on the Troll Patrol, we're going to call the DNC and we're going to try to troll them. Here we go. Republican group releases ad describing Trump as unfit, unwell, unacceptable. The thing I'd ask is, what took you this long? So, we are going to watch this ad together. I guess it just dropped. Welcome to the Troll Patrol Live. Hope everyone... How in the world... So here we go. Now I lost it. Obviously, we're still working out the bugs. This is still a new show. Alright, here we go. This is a Republican ad against Donald Trump. Just dropped possibly minutes ago. Oh, I guess you can't see that.
So, supposing we hit the body with a tremendous, whether it's ultraviolet or just very powerful light, and I think you said that hasn't been checked, but you're going to test it. And then I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do either through the skin or in some other way. And I think you said you're going to test that too. Sounds interesting, right? And then I see the disinfectant, where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning? You can apply light and heat to cure. I'm not a doctor, but I'm like a person that has a good, you know what.
That was a good ad. Still not as good as the Republican ad against Nancy Pelosi, though. The Let Them Eat Ice Cream ad. Shoo. Or Nancy Antoinette. I can't remember what the name of it was, but fuck, was that ad effective. But I mean, if Democrats didn't suck ass, you know, ads couldn't be effective like that. But I mean, it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter that a Republican group released an ad like that. Nobody cares. Trump's followers do not give a shit. Earlier, I was on... I believe this was from Nashville Fox Station. And they had they do like news sites do, and they ask people questions. It's one of the things, man, that drives me fucking nuts about news sites. So... don't ask your viewers or readers, in this case, since we're on social media, don't ask them questions. It's your job to report the facts. Don't ask people what they fucking think. The station I used to work for actually, they had a poll asking people what they thought about pollutants in the river. Do you think it's safe to go into this river? And I emailed them and I'm like, my God, your job as journalists is to tell people if it's safe. Not get on social media and ask them if it's safe so that they argue with each other and make your post more visible so you get more clicks, you fucking assholes. Fuck it. The news in this country is fucked. And this comes from somebody who has been in the news business for almost 20 fucking years. So they were asking, I guess Trump came out and said that he had done more for the country than anybody else. Than any other president. I can't remember how. Okay, here we go. Do you think President Trump has gotten more done in his first term so far than any other president in history? But what does he mean by getting done? Does he mean more Americans lost their jobs under him than any other president in history? More people died on American soil than any other president in history? I don't know. That's not true. We haven't hit the Civil War level of deaths yet. We might, though. I think we're coming up on the Vietnam level of death now. Oh, actually, I have a... Seriously, Carter did work harder. Far better human being. I mean, okay, so here we've got this critique. I mean, they ain't wrong. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're entangled, but there is bias in the media, much like we saw with the New York Times changing their story when it comes to Joe Biden. Also, new evidence corroborating Tara Reade's allegation against Joe Biden has come out. That's what we're going to be doing when we call the DNC. We're going to be advocating for Joe Biden to drop his ass out. Fucking rapist. He's done what he promised and had to fight the crooked members of Congress in the process. How's he done what he promised? He said he was going to build a wall and Mexico was going to pay for it. That's certainly not doing what you promised. But he is a doer. But I actually had a Trump supporter be correct about something for once. They responded to one of my comments and they were correct. I know this is shocking. This never happens. But here we have on the Washington Times, Trump says he won't try to postpone the election. Why would I do that? He wouldn't, because Pelosi would be president, because basically what it's laid out in the Constitution, that if there's not an election held, then it goes to the line of succession, so Nancy Pelosi would be the president. Bill Russell here, who is most certainly a Trump supporter, yes, it's stated in the Constitution that most people don't read anyway. I'm amazed that he would admit to that, being a Trump supporter, and I wonder, since he... Oh, I'm sorry, Linda Underwood here caught my eye. Since he's read the Constitution, how did he become a Trump supporter? Let's see if we can get a productive conversation going with Mr. Russell here. The left thinks. First of all, Linda does not know what the left is. Cumin. Cumin. Cumin is one of my favorite spices. If you're making something with beef, cumin. I want to know who she thinks the left is. I don't even. I got nothing to say. Oh well, it'll be lots of horror and fun for the next 6 months. Never fails. You cite factual information to a dim, you get called names and then blocked. Maybe we can get her call in. I'm very interested in what Bill Russell has to say here. Where'd he go? Oh. Damn it. Yeah, I'm totally not a Democrat, so. I think there is precedent that he could postpone it, but once again, that it goes to the line of succession according to the Constitution. But we haven't postponed an election. We held one during the Civil War, I believe. I mean, like, I don't know. I tried to look it up, but that's one of the problems with the news is when something's breaking today. I, I'm pretty sure that Trump has talked about postponing or canceling the election before. I don't think Democrats are wanting a delay. By the way, if you'd like to call in and argue with me, 917-830-4359. I take any and all comers. I really can't believe I gave this asshole credit now. Apparently, the right-wing propaganda, they go on, they just say things over and over and over again. Like trickle-down economics. Or welfare queens and shit. That's the Emma. The left thinks. Projection at its finest. Shoo. These people. A judge in southern Illinois ruled Monday that Governor J.B. Pritzker's stay-at-home order to stem the spread of the coronavirus exceeds his emergency authority and violates individual civil rights. So it's a state judge. Oof. Oof, yeah. Trump suggesting schools should open. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh God, here's a Charlie Kirk meme. I wonder how many of the 2.1 million Americans employed by the federal government were deemed non-essential and furloughed during this unprecedented pandemic. Probably a lot of them, weren't they? We usually furlough people during shutdowns. It's a good question. Let's find out the answer. I'm actually not seeing. Okay, here is government workers furloughed in Butler County. Furloughed workers to become fruit pickers. Looks like a lot of local governments have furloughed workers. But I mean, was he talking about federal? He said federal. I couldn't find anything about federal government so far. It would indeed be a Trump decision. I'm genuinely interested. I was going to try to have a nice conversation with Bill, but it looks like Bill is going to try to duck out on me. He tagged me. I'm pretty sure he has said he would. Or has floated the idea. He's definitely said he wanted to be president for life. God, I hope they don't postpone the convention. Trump should totally go out and start having rallies again. I just don't think it's fair for the rest of the country to bail out states like Illinois. They seriously should. So I looked it up earlier. It's 11 states that pay far more in than they take out. And it's New York, California, Illinois. I think Texas is on the list because Houston is a huge hub. I may be wrong on that one. But I mean, it's outlandish. Well, you let them go bankrupt. Not only that. What they keep talking about is pensions. So, like, they stick it to the workers some more so they can we'll bail out big corporations. We'll throw money at, even the LA Lakers took fucking money from the PPP program. We'll bail them out, but we're going to let our states go bankrupt because of pension plans to average workers. Fucking right-wingers are not only morons, they're evil. But I mean, he's ill-informed. He doesn't understand what he's talking about. Hold on, I was doing some trolling on my other... this isn't fun. I was going to be like, oh... If it was something good, I was going to hop on over there. Alright. I encourage everyone to call the DNC and demand that Joe Biden step down. We're going to do it right now. Unfortunately, I assume they're probably going to be closed. So here. The Democratic National Committee phone number is on your screen now. We're going to call and see what happens. It is a Washington, D.C. number, so it is outside of business hours. 202-863-8000. All right. We are now calling the Democratic National Committee.
Thank you for calling the Democratic National Committee. Our normal business hours are 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday
That's
through
what I was
Friday.
afraid.
We're currently unavailable to answer your call. We appreciate your calls. Please reach out to us during normal business hours.
You let me leave a
Thank
message?
you for calling, and have a great day.
Oh, motherfucker. I can't even leave a message for you. Okay, I'll tell you what. I am going to call tomorrow, and then we will play it back on the show. Because fuck them. We'll see if we can get through. Which that is true. It's very possible it could be busy every time I call. So it would be nice if I could sit here and just... Because I'm not going to do it on the air. Just over and over and over dial. I'll get through. We will talk to somebody at the DNC, and I will tape it. I hope I don't violate any laws doing that. Do broadcasting laws apply to Facebook Live? No, obviously, recording things, you can't record somebody without their, I'm gonna have to think on this. I wonder. I am going to talk to my communications law professor, and I'm gonna come up with that. We're gonna find out what's up, because now I've got myself wondering. What about the foreign press? The left has learned well. Oh my gosh. I bet he works in an institute for BS. Oh, this whole idea. If we can go out and shop, we can vote. You motherfuckers. Shopping is essential. You need to get supplies. Voting can be done by mail safely and efficiently. But people, they like to make stupid ass excuses. I don't know what that means. Why would they ban my live stream? Huh? You want to call in and argue about it? I dare you. 917-830-4359. I'd love to argue with a fucker right now. I'm not talking about you, Ben. I mean, you can call and argue with me if you want to. I wasn't calling you a fucker. I mean, just my sheer appearance makes it indecent, right? Also going on today, New York State has fucked over Bernie Sanders again. Trump not getting a two-term. Tory. I like, what Biden gang? There is no Biden gang. Biden doesn't have supporters. He just has like people that are like, oh, I'm so scared of Trump, I'm gonna vote for Biden. Like, does not have people backing him at all. He has no volunteers. He has no ground game. If you saw the election campaign filings for last month, Bernie almost outraised Joe Biden after having suspended his campaign. Now that's something. Bernie, after Joe Biden had his best month raising funds, Bernie earned more the previous month than Joe Biden's best month. It's just insane. The prolonged process of President Trump's humbling. The time it took him to recognize the power of the global pandemic that has emptied our streets, put untold America. Trump has still not been humbled. Like, these weird jack-off pieces by neoliberals, like, they suck. There was a good, I think it was the Intercept podcast 2 weeks ago about how the media got Trump elected in 2016, about how they're doing it again, how they really have no clue how to cover the fucking man. No ban act legislation the same day, which would limit presidential power to restrict travel. Now she's saying she would have stopped U.S. citizens from being... Fucking Nancy Pelosi talks out her ass all the time. I'm not even going to try to... No coronavirus, just smoker's cough. I was in quarantine long before it was cool. I don't leave my house. It's just me and the kitties in here. She is correct. I'm gonna die if I get blocked by the woman who tells me that Democrats always block her, or leftists always block her, or whatever. Oh, I had a guy message me today. The old message request folder. It's always fun. He messaged me and said I had been saying racist shit on a post. And this was couched in several racial epithets. So I'm not exactly sure what and he kept saying that he was black, but he had to be the whitest black man I've ever seen. Not that it matters. But, like, I don't know what he meant by racist thing. He kept calling me, you know, Demo KKK or whatever the fuck. He's like, why are you angry? I'm like, I'm not angry. You're the one that messaged me to yell at me. Not only are right-wingers morons, they lack any semblance of self-awareness. Where'd she go to? I swear she tagged me. She didn't block me because I just saw her comment on another post. What are you saying, Frank? I mean... This here giraffe. Oh yeah, you can't hear the music in my ears, but it's the flaming lips. Ah, shit. Ah, shit. I misspelled that. I mean, she has a point. How are the Democrats going to postpone election? They don't have that power. I don't think. I don't think the Congress can do that. Oh, one of them blocked me, didn't they? What the fuck? Looks like I'm yelling in boomer. See, once again, how am I going to fight against this? You know, the New York Times has been, like, fucked. CNN has been fucked on this. So, like, how am I going to argue with her about it? Biden is playing, like, 4D chess. It's all part of his plan. Oh, that was a good one. Pope hologram video. I have not seen it, but that sounds interesting. Let's do it. Holy shit, Pope hologram video. Okay, this is interesting. Let's watch this. Let me turn you guys on over here so you can see what's going on. Where's the video? No, thank you. You take your ad somewhere else. Here we go.
It just disappears.
It goes bye-bye.
Dude, is it not? He's gone.
Oh my god.
It just disappears.
It goes bye-bye.
Dude, is it not? He's gone.
Oh my god.
Okay. I will say, having worked in TV, it is very possible that they were on an internet connection, a MiFi, or it's just it could have dropped frames. That's why he disappeared there for a second. So what you're seeing is a delay. It dropped the frames, and when it comes back, he's already walked through. Oh, but that is very interesting. Hologram technology exposed. Oh, shit. The Pope hologram 5G. And I got too much shit to have to click through there. I don't want to do it. That was good for a laugh. But more than likely, from my technical expertise as a audio video professional, I think that's probably what happened. I didn't get a letter from Trump. I checked the mail today. I don't think I got one. Hold on. Nope, no Trump letter for me. Nuts. Maybe Trumpy doesn't love me. By the way, me and my cat talk shit about you. All day, every day. And my cat, that one right there, Maynard James Kitten, he'll tell you, right-wingers are morons. So, Tennessee opened up rural restaurants and gyms and stuff like that today, one day after their largest spike in coronavirus cases. So, this should be interesting. It's not going to be very pretty in 2 weeks. What the fuck is Rick Scott talking about? Let's see what Florida's effect on federal revenue is. I mean, Florida doesn't have an income tax, and I'm pretty sure their corporate tax is pretty low. So I'm doubting they're sending anything to the federal government. All right, the most and least federally dependent states. Florida is number 28 for being dependent on the federal government. 2027? Illinois is one of the least dependent on the federal government. As well as New York, California. And New York, Illinois, California, those are the states that generate all the revenue. Right-wingers are morons. She's exactly right. How do I fight back? Destroying a man and his family for power is not very human. Did I spell Kavanaugh right? I think I did, didn't I? No. I've thought, okay, so if you guys want, I've thought about going live one day on the Troll Patrol and doing the presidential daily briefing and making fun of him as he goes along. But those things are like 2 fucking hours long. But supposedly they're not going to be doing them very much longer, so I might do it tomorrow. So thank God, finally, Nancy Pelosi is talking about like something that actually matters. There should be a jobs guarantee. There should be UBI. Alright, there's getting ready to be some kind of cat fight. You guys stop it. I saw him at the corner of my eye, wiggling his ass, getting ready to go for it. Am I on a TV station? Yes. This could go on for years, so let's go ahead and go out and catch it. See, all these news stations do it. They all ask questions. Why? Because they want you to argue in their comment section and boost their visibility. So therefore, they can go to their advertisers and say, this is how many clicks we got on this story, and raise their rates. And it's cheap. One of the things, every year when I'm getting ready to come up on my lease, I message the station that I used to work for that I live just like a mile below. It's up at the top of the mountain. I'm about halfway down the mountain. I message them and I let them know, hey, my lease is coming up. I love working in news. I would love to come back and work in news, but I don't want to do it unless it's making a profound change in how news is done. And one of the things that I thought that they should do was stop doing these, like, when I was still at the station, the thing that they did all the time was breaking news. This is breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Constantly. Every day we had like three, 4 stories that had this breaking news intro with these flashy graphics. And it was never breaking news. It was never breaking news, what I would consider breaking news of importance. When I first started doing news for the radio station, we had this sponsored instant news. It was kind of like a breaking news thing. And I was legitimately told not to overuse it because when you heard that noise, you wanted people to be conditioned to believe that it was something important and that they needed to turn up the radio. So if you hit somebody like 3 or 4 times in your newscast, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, you're oversaturating the use of it, and you're going to make people think that you're crime. It's one of the reasons why people are cynical towards news stations now, and I can't fucking stand it. So my suggestion to them was to stop doing all these stupid headlines and trying to fit a lot of stuff into a newscast, and to do extended 3 to 6 minute pieces that would be evergreen. So you wouldn't be saying like, oh, today the city council, blah, 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 blah. This is breaking because we just got the information. Maynard wants to say hi to you guys. Maynard James Kitten. Say hi, buddy. Say hi to him. Say hi, Maynard. Okay, buddy. He is so soft, but he does not like to be touched. But I propose to them that they do these journalistic packages that are 3 to 6 minutes that actually cover. And one of my main points was to go to your comment section and see the stupid shit that people are saying. And I think there's a Confederate monument thing going on at one protest around here or something. And I told them, you do an in-depth piece about the history of Confederate monuments, about how they come to be, and you really educate people about what's going on instead of, saying, do you believe Confederate monuments should be taken down? I don't know what he's doing. I live next to a forest and my doors are open, so it's very possible there's a bug in here and he's chasing it. Crazy cat. But and then once you produce these pieces that are quality, you spend time on them. You don't just produce them in one day. They're evergreen. You can share them out on the internet and get people watching, and then that gets people back to your site instead of trying to sensationalize everything and do clickbait. Fucking can't stand clickbait. Top secret reports that were presented to Trump in January and February included warnings about the virus as he was playing down its threat. Well, yeah, we know that. Oh, am I getting ads on this one now? I mark every ad I come across on Facebook as misleading or a scam. I did not read the story about Trump blocking stimulus checks to Americans married to immigrants. I would think he really wants that $1,200 because he ain't that rich. And that would disqualify him from getting that check. And if you don't believe me, there is a widespread story about a reporter that kept sending checks for lower and lower amounts to all these New York businessmen just to see when they would quit cashing the checks. And I really don't know what this cat is doing. But Trump kept cashing it even when it got down to like a penny. Honestly, we need to return manufacturing to the country. We need to do something. But I mean, the reason we don't have manufacturing in this country is because labor costs.
And the media everywhere is mostly liberal. That's just a fact.
What? What's just a fact? What?
I don't have a fascination to get involved in media bias. I was dragged into it, kicking and screaming.
And the media everywhere is mostly liberal. That's just a fact.
Ho! The media everywhere is mostly liberal. Journalists tend to lean liberal because how do I need to put that? Journalists lean liberal. However, the owners they work for do not. Nexstar is not a liberal company. Comcast is not a liberal company. Sinclair is not a liberal company. And even you want to say like NBC Universal. They're not really liberal. They're centrist corporatist, because that's their bias. I guess you could call it neoliberal.
Simple truth sparked an unexpected backlash.
You're in my bubble. You're in my bubble. Get back.
But Lara discovered she wasn't alone.
Everywhere I go, there's someone that will point me out. I saw people calling me racist and misogynist.
The media wasn't just grossly reckless. It was media malpractice in the extreme.
I see. I have another. So that's another thing that they're blaming the media for. So that was just a story. There was a story going around on social media, and the actual establishment media covered it. I can't point to any time that I thought that they were biased in their framing of it. It was more like, hey, this thing is going on online. Some people say this kid is this. Other people say this kid is that. If anything, the media is guilty of being too ready to false equivalency. So they'll be like, okay, we need to present this argument, and we need to present this Democrat and this Republican and let them battle it out, and the truth is somewhere in the middle, when most of the time that's not actually true. No one actually wanted to fight with me. That's sad. This show is going to get way better the more I keep kicking the hornet's nest, and the more we get right-wingers trying to argue with me. It's going to be fun. I can't wait until they call in. By the way, if you want to call in and argue with me, we're getting ready to get off the air. 917-830-4359. Call in now. Tell me what's on your mind. If not, go fuck yourself. Oh, Lana's going to come back at me, eh? Right wingers are morons. And this is also on my phone. If I type right, the next word is wingers are morons in the autocorrect. That's how much I use that phrase. By the way, since I brought it up, before we get off the air, the FREAKIN online shop is coming soon. I'm very proud. The Right Wingers or Morons t-shirt will be available soon. Seriously, there's some kind of bug behind my computer. This cat is going crazy. I gotta figure out what's going on. You'll be able to purchase one of my Right Wingers or Morons t-shirts soon, along with plenty of others. I got some really cool designs coming up, including a Troll Patrol t-shirt, a FREAKIN mug. Oh, I never hit send on that. But it looks like we're going to wrap it up for the day, because I'm getting hungry. Go ahead, light one up, tip one back. It's all right to have a little fun before you hit the sack. I'm Justin FREAKIN. We'll see you tomorrow on the Troll Patrol.